Hey guys, so this is the first video in a new series on my channel about etymology and culture of Spanish language. Because there's a lot more to learning a language than just learning the vocabulary and the grammar and strategies to learn it. There is so much to be learned from the culture of a language. And to do that, we need to look a little bit at the history of the language and other languages that have influenced Spanish so that you can become more well-versed in the Spanish language and culture. And if you have not already, remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you can see these new videos as soon as they come out. So today we're going to get started with the Arabic influence on Spanish language. So we're going to learn some of the words in Castilian Spanish that are derived from Arabic. But before we get into the words and how they're related to Arabic, it's important to understand just a little bit of the Arabic influence on Spanish and how the Moorish culture spread throughout Spain to influence their vocabulary and their art and traditions, and how it really is still a part of modern day Spain. So the first group of Muslims arrived in Spain in the Iberian Peninsula in the year 711, and the Hispano-Musulmanes were in Spain for a long time, all the way through the Reconquista up until 1492, or the very beginning, just a couple days into 1492. So 1491, a couple of days into like January 2nd, I believe, of 1492. And over these years, the Arabic developed a presence in Spain and in the Spanish language. So today there are about 4,000 Arabic words in the Spanish language. Now they're not exactly the same as the Arabic words, but they are very similar. They're derived from these words, and in some cases they are the same as the Arabic words, just with the Roman alphabet for spelling. Now the Arabic influence was mainly in, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, mainly in Castilian Spanish, because they were primarily in central and southern Spain, but they did have some influence all over Spain and all over the Iberian Peninsula. So we're gonna now get into some vocabulary that is Spanish derived from Arabic. Now, many of these words you probably have already heard, but maybe didn't realize they were Arabic in origin. So our first word that we're gonna look at is ojalá, and ojalá means hopefully in English, but comes from the Arabic meaning la sha Allah, which means if God should want. Now we can use this word as an expression with que, ojalá que, or we can also just use it as ojalá. So we're going to do an example using ojalá and another example using ojalá que. Ojalá estés bien y seas feliz. And this means I hope you are happy and well. And remember, when you use ojalá, it triggers the subjunctive because it is I hope, it is a wish, a desire. So you are going to use the subjunctive. Ojalá estés bien y seas feliz. And we can use ojalá que alguien lo oyera. I wish that someone would hear it. So just like in English, how you can sometimes use the that and sometimes not use the that, like I hope that someone could hear it, or I hope someone can hear it, or you can use ojalá, or you can use ojalá que, and it's similar to using that in English in those contexts. Ojalá que alguien lo oyera. And our next word is hasta, which comes from the Arabic word hatta. And if there's anyone watching this video who speaks Arabic, I'm sorry, I don't speak Arabic. I am going to do the best that I can to pronounce these words that come from Arabic, but I'm probably horribly mispronouncing them, so I'm sorry in advance for my Arabic pronunciation in this video. So hasta comes from the Arabic word hatta, which basically means the same thing as hasta in Arabic and means until in English. Okay, so a couple of examples using hasta: buen viaje y hasta la vuelta. And this just means have a nice trip and I'll see you when you get back, kind of thing. So think of hasta as like hasta luego, see you later. It means kind of the same thing in this context, just a little bit more complex of a sentence so that you can expand your vocabulary and Spanish sentence structure. Buen viaje y hasta la vuelta. And our second example is la acompañó hasta la puerta. He walked her to the door. La acompañó hasta la puerta. Our next word is azúcar, And this comes directly from the Arabic word azúcar, the same word, and it means sugar in English. So the Arabic and Spanish in this case, I believe, are the same pronunciation. And a couple of examples using azúcar in Spanish are añadió más azúcar al tazón. He added more sugar to the bowl. Añadió más azúcar al tazón. And espero que tomas azúcar en el café. I hope that you take sugar in your coffee. Espero que tomas azúcar en el café. Next we have the word aceite, which means oil in English, and it comes from the Arabic word zait. And our examples using aceite are fríelos en el aceite bien caliente. This means to tell someone to fry them in hot oil. So maybe if you work fast food, fríelos en el aceite bien caliente. And our second example is estaba examinando el aceite del motor. He was checking the engine oil. The next word we're going to look at is almohada, which means a pillow in English, and this comes from the Arabic word mijada, which is an Andalusian Arabic word which gradually became more similar to almohada in Spanish. It became almuhada in the Iberian Peninsula and was used to mean cushion or pillow. So a couple of examples that we are going to look at with almohada are se agitó inquieta en la almohada. And this means he was restless lying on his pillow. Se agitó inquieta en la almohada. And our second example is se reclinó en la almohada y cerró los ojos. He rested on the pillow and closed his eyes. Se reclinó en la almohada y cerró los ojos. The word barrio also comes from Arabic, from the word barri, and in English this means neighborhood. El barrio se ha tornado diferente. The neighborhood has become different. El barrio se ha tornado diferente. Or we could say something like, we lived in a nice residential neighborhood. Vivíamos en un lindo barrio residencial. We lived in a nice neighborhood. Vivíamos en un lindo barrio residencial. And our next word, ajedrez, is kind of fun because it was brought to Spain by the Moors, and they brought the game chess, which is ajedrez, is chess. And they brought this to Spain in the year 711 when they arrived. It originally was spelled like this and then changed to the modern spelling of ajedrez. So a couple of examples with ajedrez. Jugaron 3 partidas de ajedrez. They played 3 games of chess. Jugaron 3 partidas de ajedrez. And podrás jugar al ajedrez conmigo. You can play chess with me. Podrás jugar al ajedrez conmigo. Next we have the word asesino, which means assassin in English, and this was used by the Christians during the Crusades, and it was used to refer to the Muslims who murdered Christian leaders. And our examples with this word: este asesino es muy cuidadoso. This assassin is very careful. Este asesino es muy cuidadoso. And el asesino escapó de ambos casos. El asesino escapó de ambos casos. The assassins escaped in both cases. And our last word that we're going to look at in this video is algebra, which is very similar to the English word algebra. So because there were so many contributions from the Muslims to mathematics and science, the word algebra originates from the Arabic word al-jab, which literally means the reunion of broken parts. Alright, so let's look at a couple examples using this word. Para otros detalles puede consultarse cualquier manual de álgebra elemental. And last one, tenemos una clase de álgebra. We have an algebra class. Tenemos una clase de álgebra. Alright, that is it for the Arabic influence on Spanish. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you have anything to add on to it, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I will see you guys back here next time. Ciao!